Hello, it's me, Jason again, drawing with Darkchild. I'm making this video specifically for two Flickr members, Zomo and Picasso Paul. So if you're watching this, this is for you. I've we've wrote to each other back and forth and comment on each other's drawings on Flickr, and I got you guys requested that I make a short video about of certain methods, and for Zomo I wanted to make a quick tutorial about drawing eyes, and for Picasso Paul I'm going to go in a little bit more detail about rendering and proportions, and also blocking out methods. So without further ado, let's begin. This is a photo of Dana Delaney, which Picasso Paul, I believe you drew a portrait of her, and you wanted to see how I would draw a portrait of her. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go and tackle this thing then. Okay, so for the first part, I now have my pad propped up here. Let me just spin the camera around just a tiny bit more. So I have my reference on there. I set up this way specifically so I wouldn't get any glare from the top light. But this is going to be a little bit harder for me to draw, since I normally don't draw on a inclined surface. So bear with me, please. So the first thing I do usually when I start drawing from ref is I start looking at where everything's proportion is, or where everything, all the features are proportioned to each other, and how everything is placed in relative to the area of the whole piece of paper. Now, I'm not going to be drawing the entire thing. I'm only going to be mainly concentrating on her face. Okay, so I'll be drawing a larger face on this side when I get to it. But so the first thing I noticed that actually she does actually have a rather square jaw. So Picasso Paul, you didn't really do that bad, honestly. So she she kind of looks like she does have a Jay Leno jaw going on here. And you did get the eyes very well too, because her eyes are actually relatively close together. They're about an actual eye length apart. So actually that's a good way of judging a distance. So let's start with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw the center line for where her nose is, and where everything in the middle is. So I'm just going to draw my line. So let's start the line. Let's say her face is right here. So I hope you guys can see that. Let's move it a little bit more here. Maybe just now I need to know where her eyes are. So let's say her eyes are about right here. Now they're kind of looking up a little bit, kind of slanted. So I'm going to go ahead and draw another line this way. So now I got a little cross in the middle of the paper, basically. Let me darken this line a little bit for you. So we got a darkened line across. Her nose is going to be down here somewhere. I'm only roughing in distance. It looks like so if I was to turn her eye vertical, it'd be like about a 1.5 eye length below. So let's start with her eyes. So her eyes are actually relatively close together. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to draw a little square. So that's about the middle. So it's probably a little bit further this way. And actually this part is actually covered by a little bit of hair, but we'll just go and draw the eye in like about right here. So let's say her eye is about right there. All right. It's actually pretty tall also. So now this is the middle of her face. The other eye, which is about an eye length away. So let's say if her eye was this big, I would guess if I drew another eye here and another eye here, the third eye is about right here. So I mean I'm just using reference points to go on. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to clean it up as you go along, but this is just gonna be a rough here. So I'm gonna draw another box here. You can tell I'm not really doing great on an inclined surface. Probably why I don't own an easel. Alright, now her nose. So her nose, probably about, I'm going to gauge her nose is probably about this far down. It's upturned. So sometimes if you want to get the direction or the shape, the nose is actually more like a triangle. So if I was to draw a little triangle like this, so now I instantly got the bottom part of the nose. So let me just check my work here. So this is about half an eye length, maybe 3/4. It's almost about right. So, and then her mouth, I'm guessing the mouth is going to be about right here. It's actually just got kind of a long area here. So I'm just going to draw a quick line. So right now I have a basic blocked out shape of her facial feature. Now, before I get to the jaw and everything else, I'm just going to start filling in all the details of you know, more detail of the eye and everything. So for that, this part comes to you, Zomo, since you've actually asked me the details about an eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop the recorder. I'm going to zoom in on that one part, and I'm going to start drawing the eye for you. All right.